you're out, and you hear shots. You have your sidearm, and all you can think is active shooter. It sounds like something bigger than a pistol. What's your best defense? The Dolos.
Welcome to Gunslinger Firearms and Gear, and we have some new gear. And this is the Dolos system. Pantheon Arms had this system first, and now they've separated, and this is a new piece from Pantheon Arms. And as you can see, instead of having an upper receiver with your barrel, having a lower receiver with its stock, your upper receiver, lower receiver stay together with the stock. And now your barrel is only as long as the entire upper receiver and stock, well, in this case, since it's a pistol, SIG brace. So now everything that you can carry will fit into a backpack. And as our demonstration shows, you can carry a viable firearm, not necessarily on your person all the time, but this would be great for a school resource officer, undercover police officers, and anything where you're in a high-risk environment. Even the homeowner, you know, if you keep something like this at the bedside, where maybe you could keep it locked up in a smaller container rather than some locker or a safe that screams gun. You can keep this concealed in a box. You know, just a plain cardboard box, and nobody would know what you had in there. Of course, you'd want to be responsible, have it, you know, locked or whatever. But the concealability of this, compactability, and the fact that you can take it virtually anywhere with you, you know, that's a whole new arena for this type of firearm. You know, you can have, you know, 223 or 5.56 power in a package this size.
So what is the barrel assembly? What does it consist of?
Well, you have a tri-lug adapter here. So 1, 2, 3 tri-lugs. You've got a nut that goes on where your actual barrel nut would affix to the upper receiver. You have 2 points of contact here. And then with the barrel itself in the forearm, your gas tube stays stationary with your gas base there, and your barrel would just go straight in, and this interfaces with the tri-lug, and this piece right here locks everything in place. It's pretty simple.
Go ahead and put that together for us.
Your bolt would have to be back, of course. Barrel's flat, this goes in, and the tri-lug has to interface. So then it goes down to there, and that's it. That's all you have. It is together. At this point, bolt goes home. You've got a completed gun, and this gun's ready to go. It's really simple. So, you know, of course, you have a complete firearm. This gun's ready to go in this state. It can be fired, and you would have to worry about this loosening because of this locking piece here. It will stay right where it's supposed to stay, and it's not coming off.
And where would someone be able to get one of the new Dolos systems?
Well, we'll leave a link in the description and so on with the video, and we'll show the website and so on there too. But it's a Pantheon Arms, and it's a pretty new deal. The Dolos system came out about 2 years ago. This is the Dolos 2. It is it's a pretty exciting piece, I think, because I mean, it like I say, you know, you can keep this in a backpack. There's nothing else out there like this right now. Closest thing to it would be like a DRD or one of those where, you know, you still have to, you know, assembly after assembly after assembly. This is by far the quickest. and I think maybe even the safest because of the way that it goes together. It's not going to back out when you're shooting it. All right, this is the box that the Pantheon Arms Dolos comes in. It's got the instructions and so on in there, and Pantheon Arms. I'm going to take a few shots with this Dolos and see what it does. Works pretty good. As far as what all you get with the Pantheon Arms Dolos kit, of course you get this handguard, which you can actually use any Yankee Hill manufacturing or other manufacturers that use the same threads as Yankee Hill. If you want to put a different handguard on here, you can. They've done that, so you can change those things. This piece right here is what makes everything come apart. You pull this down and you turn and everything comes right off. So, you know, essentially you have this adapter that screws onto here. This turns into your barrel nut, and the tri-lug keeps everything together. So when you put everything right into place, it's on there and it's ready to go. It's a pretty quick and simple operation. You know, you might want to do a few trial fits before you Loctite everything down. Like right now, I don't have this handguard timed straight where I want it because I plan on changing that. You know, this is done on a pistol lower, but of course, this being just an upper, if you have an SBR, you could just put this on your SBR lower and it would do the same thing. You know, the kit goes for right at $200. You can get them on Pantheon Arms website on their instructions. It's, I believe, Pantheon Arms USA is what it is. And as it says, this fights in the bag. Everything fits in a bag. I believe that's what they're trying to capitalize on. You know, as far as new gear and something that's neat, you can't get any cooler, neater than the Dolos from Pantheon Arms.
That kind of reminds me of the Ruger 1022 takedown model, but in an AR platform.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I mean, there's been other people that's done things like this, but they're a lot more complex. This is just so simple. It just, you know, even a caveman can do it, so to speak. It's a really neat system. I think it's got a lot of promise, and you'll see it, and I'm sure TV and movies and everything else, just because of the cool factor.
All right, thanks a lot, Jeff.